Hello, everybody. We are finally here to play some Magic Dance after a few weeks off. We've had some stuff going on with people being very busy on their Saturdays, so we haven't been able to play, but we're back. So Smoothbase will be joining us in just a little bit. He's going to be just a little late, so we can just kind of chill, get our intros in and stuff, and then he will be able to come in, and hopefully it won't be too long, and we can get some good stuff going. So yeah, I hope we've all been well over the past couple weeks. We've had some long fall in between then, so if you joined us for that, we've had some of that going on. Besides that, yeah, just hope your weeks have been well. Let's go with our peeps and see how they've been. Michael, what's up? How are you? How are things?
Hi, I'm cold. It's cold in my house. I'm good. I've been kind of doing a bunch of shit. Mostly, that's kind of been it. I got like 3 new jobs at once, and so I've just been busy and overwhelmed constantly. But I've still found time to play a bunch of Magic.
Good.
Because I'm an addict.
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
We're
all very aware.
I'm an addict, and cracking packs is God's gift to mankind. Liz, you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, Loki though, yeah, he's right. Oh my god, I'd open card packs all day long. All day long.
And Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't really have does Yu-Gi-Oh! Have draft formats? Like, is Yu-Gi-Oh! Draft a thing?
What do you mean?
Like drafting the cards? No? Okay. Magic, I love doing draft and sealed, where you build decks out of cards you open from booster packs. It's so much more fun.
Wait, yeah, what do you mean by...
Like you don't make a deck. You go to the place, and then you like, okay, here's
you buy 6 booster packs.
I mean, yeah, you can do that.
No, but that's like a supported play format.
Specific format that like people come specifically to do that, and everybody does it at the same time.
And then
I don't know.
There's another one where you will open 3, where you will each get 3 packs. You'll open them one at a time, and you'll choose cards, pass the pack to the next person.
Oh, you make it right there, like.
Yes. Literally.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
and you pass your pile to the next person over, and you get the person to the left of you's pile, and so then you get a card out of their pack, and then you pass it, and then you get a card out of the next.
Interesting.
It's a draft. Yeah, it's a draft format.
Do you get to keep the cards when you're done?
Yeah.
Some formats will have it so that whoever wins, like all of the rares go into a pool for the winners. But not all of them. Usually we just say you keep your deck. It could, but I mean, like I said, it depends on the format. There's different ways that it can go.
All right.
Sometimes you just like, I've definitely had games where I'm like, I'm in red black, but I just opened a really awesome blue white card. I'm gonna take that, and it's gonna go into my commander deck later, but I'm gonna keep playing with my red black draft deck, and it's gonna be slightly worse, but not enough to really matter. There was actually at the Pro Tour for Magic, there was actually a big controversy because a guy was in red blue.
I was using the wrong microphone.
You sound a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam said I was sounding really quiet. And I was like, why? And I was like adjusting the microphone, and then I was like, wait a minute.
So
I realized I was using the wrong one.
So this was like 2 years ago, I think. Basically what happened is the guy was drafting, they were doing like a competitive draft of the Modern Masters format, which is like all the best cards that are modern legal in Magic history.
Okay.
Of which the undisputed, like, most valuable modern card in the game is Tarmogoyf, which is like a $400 foil. Tarmogoyf. It's a dumb name, I know. There are worse. Anyway, the guy and so there was the running joke that entire format is the best feeling in the world is to open a pack of Modern Masters and pull a foil Goyf, because you've just sent your kids to college or whatever. And that's not true. But basically, round 3, pack 3, this guy is firmly in blue-red, Tarmogoyf's green, no reason to pick it. He opens it. His mythic is a foil Tarmogoyf. And it's like a $500 card. And so he's just like, I take it. And everybody lost their goddamn minds because he's like, that's invalidating the sport. That's picking for money. Yeah, but it's just
But it's also a 500 fucking.
It's also a $500 card. It's
right.
it also paid for his plane ticket to come to this event.
Yeah, it not only paid for his the tournament, it also paid for his travel expenses. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't
blame him either. I would have picked the shit out of that card. Man, I don't care like how bad my deck was. I would have picked the shit out of that card.
Yeah.
And so that's like a thing. It's like a thing in Magic.
Yep.
But yeah, I played a sealed league on Friday, which was a lot of fun.
Cool.
And there's also, of course, hate drafting, which is where you see a card that you definitely do not want to play against, and so you pick it so nobody else can have it.
Yes. It's a lot. I think my favorite Magic format ever is Conspiracy, which is it's 8 man. It's 8 man. It's 8 people draft, and then 4 people. And then you split into tables of 4, and you play against each other. And then the winner, the top 2 from one table and the top 2 from the other table, play against each other. And then the winner. It's so fun.
It's really great too because they printed a bunch of cards with mechanics specifically that trigger during drafting. And it's, I don't know. I really
there's an entire series of cards that are only legal in Conspiracy. And there's an entire set. There's like cards that like vote, and everyone at the table votes for a specific effect. It's such a just like a cool format.
Sounds super complicated.
Really dope. Fuck, I'm afraid I'm gonna get into.
Well, Sam, if you still can't hear me, there's nothing for it.
Hey, Cantrip. But it's a fun game. I also I invite you to the stream, and like not 2 posts in, you're already all capsing. Perfect.
Well, we're talking about Magic. They have a Magic story.
I all caps when I talk about Magic too. I all caps when I talk about Vraska because she's my waifu and she's a snake lady that can turn me to stone. She's a Gorgon.
And you're into that.
I am so into that. Who wouldn't be?
I never rolled my eyes so
Right?
fucking
Oh my god! Clearly, you haven't talked to me as much as you. Actually, I heard the other day. I sent. Okay, so we were having a conversation about what the best emote is, and so
Listen.
I'm gonna post this in chat. Oh no, she took it off her Twitch. Metamancer, why?
It's fine.
Anyway, there's a butt emote on Metamancer's.
That's sad. That's really sad.
That is really sad.
It was a good one.
It's a good butt. It's a good butt emote.
Awesome.
Pretty good, but...
Well, besides Magic, anything else cool or exciting happening?
That's you, Michael.
Oh, I started playing Total War Warhammer, and it's real good.
Cool.
It's real good. I love. Right now, I've been playing High Elves to kind of learn the game, and I don't really like them, just because their play style is very like get your spears into a line, run into stuff, which is kind of fun, but there's a lot like against lizards riding dinosaurs and like BDSM like knife wielding assassins from the Dark Elves and all the insanity that is the Skaven. Just like it's just underwhelming.
I get it. No, I get it. I get it.
It is. It's like we're the good guys and we have like diplomacy and shit. And I'm like, yeah, but if I play the Skavens, I can make rats come out of the ground. I can make rats come out of the ground and eat you.
I mean, yeah, that sounds like a pretty good deal.
Awesome.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Trying to get Tux to play it.
It's true.
Biting.
It's true. Kelsa, how about you? How are things?
Things are things. I haven't really done anything super exciting. I'm still waiting to hear back about Doggo.
Okay.
That's the most exciting thing in my life is just wait and see for Doggo. Like we want Doggo, but Doggo is no Doggo yet. Doggo. Let's see. I got a bunch of yarn, so I'm very excited to use that. I finally got started on knitting a Zajay for Tux.
Yeah.
As in the actual Zajay colors. So that's pretty cool. That's what I'm working on right now. I've been doing Inktober, which is like trying to force myself to draw every day. I'm not super great at drawing, but and yes, I put an L in that. Don't judge me. I did it on purpose. But it's been fun. It's been fun. Today the prompt was shy, so of course I drew a shy guy.
Nice.
That's the first thing I could think of that I was capable of drawing. So I don't know. That was pretty fun. Yeah, that's pretty much been my deal. I'm still in a bunch of games, which I'll talk about more later. And that's me.
Awesome. And PN, how about you? How are things?
Things are pretty, going. Everything's like really good, honestly, in like life.
Cool.
I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, which is gonna end horribly and take so much of my money.
Yeah, that's the thing with
You
card
see-
games.
You know what you could do instead?
I could spend it on magic cards. Suck a cock.
No. I don't want to.
Other than that, I haven't really been doing much. I've started playing Blade and Soul, kind of. Blade and Soul is a pretty dope.
Blade and Soul was a fun game.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. That's
What?
it.
Let me guess. You're one of the little fox people.
I wanted to. Okay, listen. So I made one.
Are you a fox people? Are you a fox people or a buff girl?
No. Okay. So here's the thing. I made an assassin, which you can only be in Jin, which is like a taller human. So I made them as short as possible, and I made them like so. Here are the like fox people, and then here's my character on height. So,
really? my biggest problem with the character creation in that game is the limiting of class options and the fact that I couldn't make my character like huskier. Like
the proportions are really weird in that game, I will say.
Yes.
Like the boobs are always huge. You can go the boob size small as possible. They're like fucking like C cups. Like fuck off. Like the waist is always like this. There's no option except for this.
I wanted to find a way to make like a realistic, because I was playing one of the casters, I think. Mm-hmm. Like the elementalists or whatever. Forget what it's called. And I wanted to find a way to make her like not, having back problems. And I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't. And finally, I was just like, all right, so here's what we're gonna do then. I'm gonna take the top, slide it all the way down. I'm gonna take the bottom, I'm gonna slide it all the way up, and we're just gonna make a pair, and we're gonna see what happens. And she still was super curvy.
Like, there's literally like the proportions are so weird in that game.
Huh.
Like they're not real people in any way, shape, or form.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
But cool. I'm glad you're having fun with it at least. Yeah, let's talk about stuff because things have happened.
It doesn't matter. Bishop sends out a call. We're getting off this system now.
What?
Bishop's like, we're leaving. Everyone get to the ship.
What?
Do I like come out of my room with what's
You're not captain the ship.
Sophie, get on the ship or I'm leaving without you.
So, PM, when was the last time you were here? I forget if you missed one or did you miss the last one?
I think
They
I
missed Pirate.
Oh, you just missed
They
Pirates?
missed the pirate stuff and the Dreadnought raid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so last time they did the thing with the big ass Dreadnought ship. That went like very, very well.
Bishop talked his way out of it.
Yeah, they basically hacked the a back port on this Dreadnought ship and like took advantage of like a thing where they had like they didn't lock down their maintenance port all the way, so they were able to get in through there and upload this thing. And then they left. They ran into another ship when they were leaving. Not physically ran into, like metaphorically ran into.
They ran away on foot in their spaceship.
Yeah, they were like flying away, and then another ship was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing here?" And they were able to talk their way out of it, mostly.
And we were like, porn. And they were like, I don't want to know.
And so
That's how I remember it going, at least.
well, because you guys were just like talking with each other, and then randomly just like, "Oh, by the way, virus." Like, wait, what? So they put the word virus in their heads and who were going back to the big dreadnought. So that can only end well. And so they left, and then someone had the bright idea to be like, "Hey, let's go visit pirates." And then I was like, "Before you guys go visit the pirates, remember that you're in -2 with the pirates." And then everyone was like, "That's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine."
We were like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So dumb when I leave.
Because Kelsa's in charge.
Look. Out of character, you guys were all like, this sounds like it'll be interesting, instead of changing where we were going. So I was like,
Right, and then yeah, I was
okay.
like, okay, this is fine. I just want you guys to know you're at a -2 with them. Like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, okay, so you show up and immediately you get a target locked on your ship, and so they got fired at a
Bishop
bunch.
does his thing, which is flying and flirting.
Yeah, Bishop was able to evade like missiles, and basically was like, "I will pay you a bunch of money to just let us land and have a chance to talk to you." And they're like, "Okay." So Bishop paid a bunch of money.
Yeah, I hope that was your money, buddy.
It was.
Oh
Was
yeah,
it
it
money?
was.
It was a bunch of Bishop's money. And then you guys landed. Basically through a bunch of different stuff. Susha helped a bunch by like, basically curing like half the diseases on the space station. Susha did a really good medical role.
I had
And,
sex
like,
with my ex-girlfriend.
Bishop had sex with his ex-girlfriend. Yes.
That was probably not a smart move.
A bunch of stuff, and like,
Reckless.
so you guys are a little bit better standing with the pirates. Ophi found a buyer for the weird space crystals that they stole. Well, someone else stole them. Ophi was just muling them. And also, you guys, completely unrelated, happened to get visited by another bounty hunter, who, you know, just stopped by to see how things were going.
Cooked us, Kelsa.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Completely unrelated to the space crystals.
Totally unrelated. So how
And
did
then
we-
also the
And we haven't even gotten to our entanglement yet.
no, it was part of something else. It was one of the job things that got offered. And so a job that got offered was to go back to the Dreadnought and retrieve somebody from it.
For 6 cred.
For 6 cred.
So Bishop's just not going to tell anyone about that. And we're going to leave.
6 creds. It's a standard job, you know.
It's a standard job that is guaranteeing of death.
You know, it's a thing. So yeah, we're on the station. Big bounty hunter man has left, and apparently Bishop is freaking out, trying to get everybody back so y'all can leave.
Like, as he's like pushing people on, do you see him like pushing people on? Then you see Flora walk out, like kind of like rubbing.
Bishop's like throwing like pirates out of the door.
Like, still sleeping.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Where are we going?
Oh, hey girl. We're leaving. We're on the pirate planet. You slept well. Good. Get Shusha. I'm gonna call Ophi. Get their stupid gel ass in here.
Bishop,
and we're gonna
as when Flora walked out, you think you might have caught, like, because you know Flora's skin's normally blue. You think you might have caught like.
Fuck you, Taka-san.
So yeah, thing. Like a tinge of orange in her skin.
I look at
But
it.
it's like now that she's like up and talking to you, it's back to normal blue. Like it was just like a like corner of your eye kind of thing when she was like leaving her room.
Oh shit! I gotta deal with that too. Fuck. That's right. Fuck. I'm worried about everything. Get on the boat. Get on the fucking. Just like haplessly banging against her like chest, just like get on the boat, go.
I'm
She's
just like
tall.
staring down, looking at him like.
Because you're huge.
Fucking
I
giant.
just like what I do is I just like put my hand on his like head and like push him back, and he's like doing like this thing. I just like push him back, and I'm just like, calm the fuck down.
Okay. You notice a thing.
I noticed.
What thing?
Yeah, you notice a thing. Bishop wears like his like do-rag. His hair feels really weird.
It would.
His hair feels really weird. It feels not. It doesn't feel like what you would expect a black person's hair to feel like, and it doesn't feel like
even just
what a person's hair to feel like in general. It's like really
I mean,
prickly.
how many humans have you touched on the head? I mean, let's start there. What's Flora's experience like with aliens?
A non-zero number.
Since Flora is not human, just to clarify.
Flora
Because
is
you pick that up with her skin is normally blue.
Probably wouldn't know.
Okay,
I
well.
wouldn't know, nor would I give a shit.
Okay, well that happens. And then Bishop is just like, there's a guy. Bishop like pulls her like motions for her to get closer.
I lean down.
There's a guy looking for us, and these people are trying to kill us, and Lucia's gonna say something.
You think they can get past me? You think they can get past this flamethrower? And I just like pull it out from my ass.
Right? Yeah, you just have it.
And I'm just like desperately trying to like keep it so it's not pointed at any of the pirates that are assembled in front of our ship to receive medical treatment. I'm like, stop!
You mean this? You think I can't take him? You think I can't take him?
I'm not worried about you, Ophi. Yo, fuck. I'm worried about Ophi. Get on the boat.
Well, I didn't know that I was a little gel person now. Now that's surprising to me. I laugh, and I'm like, okay, I'll go get her.
No. Just get Shusha. Get on the boat.
Yeah, I think if you're like freaking out and trying to get rid of, I guess like so just probably like packing up the tent and like the medical stuff.
Yeah.
A bunch of the pirates are like, oh man.
For about 30 minutes, I was just berating everyone else.
Yeah.
Shusha, just like, get on the fucking boat. Finish up that.
So she probably like leaves a box of like just a box of penicillin for them.
Like candies. Some of it's candy, some of it's penicillin, some of it's Viagra. It's just it's like a mix.
just a little like
a little grab.
So you know like when you go to the candy store, you know like when you go to the candy store and they have those big thing of jelly beans, you just get a bag and just it's basically that, but with like various pills.
Yeah.
Leaves that for the pirates, and then like packs up and brings his stuff back to the med bay that you guys have. Is Ophi coming back to the? Was Ophi coming back now or?
Yeah, I suppose Ophi's coming back now.
Okay.
Because I mean they did their thing and they I actually made the delivery. I have the money, right?
Yes. You made the delivery.
That's why my
the crystals are now with whoever took them.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Every couple seconds, you get a message that's just like, hurry. Just every couple seconds, it's just like, hurry. Ophi, where the fuck are you? Hurry up, get over here. We're leaving. Come on now, move.
Like they don't respond to any of your any of your texts, but they're still coming. Like they're like, oh, all right, I'm fine, I'm on my way, but they don't actually say that. They just come.
So it's like Bishop's just like waiting, and then finally you see Ophi like gooping up.
I feel you're like doing your like little gel wobble, and Bishop just like drops the gangplank, and it's just.
It's usually really like soft and easy. This time it's just like.
Get the boat.
Whose fucking ship is this? You just hear Flora shout out after the thing slams down.
It's yours. Get the boat.
I think
and I think specifically to irritate Bishop, they just take their time and just glorp up really slowly.
The minute they get any distant, like
enough onto the gangplank where they won't get squished in the closing of it, it shuts.
It's just boom. It's probably with enough force to like slam her.
Like it shuts up and you like jello wiggle a little bit as it like just like
we're heading to Iota.
Okay. just fucking off.
We're leaving. We're gone. Bye.
Yeah, the gangplank shuts. You guys just take off and just like whoop out of there. You're shooting off towards the gate and like you get in line, which is probably the worst. The lines, of course, probably like longer than usual. Because they always are when you're in a hurry.
Yeah.
And Bishop has done this before Ophi can even get upstairs to the like bridge.
Yeah. You just like top speed like 0 to 60, you just whoop off to the gate, and you're heading to Iota. Yeah. Cool. So that takes like an hour. Something like that for you guys to like get over to the gate, get in line, go through the line, get your thing, go through the gate, and you end up in Iota for a review because it's been a while since we played. Iota has 2 suns. It has like a big frozen planet. It has a very manufacturing tech planet, which like most of the goods in the sector come from this one planet. So it's very like you basically go there and it's just like warehouses and factories and stuff, like all like everywhere. And then there's one that's like a jungly kind of planet, called Amarath.
I have a friend on Amarath.
Okay, cool.
You have a friend on every planet, it seems.
Yeah.
The Mendicant, another thing about Amarath is like it's known for pharmaceuticals research and like health stuff.
Perfect.
And like the Mendicants have a very high presence there, which they're another way based faction, except they're a lot more Healy based rather than like the Vigilants, which are like more knights. The Mendicants are more like monks.
I feel like Shusha would have an objection to us going there.
Maybe.
But
Susha's really busy right now dealing with
like, taking a nap after everything that they just
give me a name, Tux, for someone that is of this faction of like way healers.
Oh, the Mendicants?
Yeah. Preferably a Kai.
A Kai. Okay.
What is with you and Kai?
Let's
I
see.
don't know. Maybe you should ask.
Velik. Veliik.
Velik. Yeah, they are I guess like an initiate or whatever.
Okay.
I think I met them. I'm probably the reason she failed out of med school. And so she was like, well, if I can't become an actual doctor, I'm going to go way healer. It'll be fine.
Okay.
We can flesh out how I made them fail out of med school later, but doesn't matter. It was definitely something that Bishop was involved in, but maybe not directly his fault.
I mean, it's probably definitely his fault.
I'm not saying Bishop doesn't get blamed. I'm just saying. Maybe Bishop, maybe like I don't know.
Bishops has made some bad choices.
Maybe I convinced them to do drugs with me, and then they failed their drug test.
Something like that. Yeah, something really stupid and small, probably. Like, yeah, that Bishop was just like, "Oh, it'll be fine," and it wasn't fine.
It never is.
Very familiar to me.
Shut up, Ophi.
Yeah, so you guys get to Iota and like fly. You're like zipping through the system, and then we get a shot of like the ship like coming through the camera with like a big green looking planet, like big green and blue because there's a bunch of water here too. So like
Has Ophi made any effort to figure out what Bishop is doing and why he's freaking out, or is she just like, whatever, I don't have time to deal with your bullshit, Bishop?
I mean, they probably are gonna stop and ask because we're gonna be like in jump space or whatever for a little while. We've got some time, so I think definitely there was like a small scene where Ophi is gonna confront Bishop and be like, Bishop,
Do you want to do that now?
you seem to be in a bit of a hurry. What happened back there?
We were getting scouted by a bounty hunter.
That seems to be a definite problem.
Yeah, any idea why that would be?
There are definitely reasons I can think of.
Like?
There are so many. It's hard to say, but sure.
Yeah, how false is that? Because I'm a player. I know when people lie.
I mean, it's like a half-truth.
So Bishop can tell there's more there.
I mean, I don't know how that. I'm not
Probably
sure how that works, but yeah, okay, maybe you know that. It's okay. How about this? It's hard to tell if they're just being paranoid or if there is actually more there.
Ophi, don't play with me. What's going on? Because I don't like having bounty hunters sniffing around my life. For obvious reasons.
Says the bounty hunter.
Exactly. Voice of God.
A lot of things that are less than legal. It's bound to catch up with us eventually.
We're licensed. We are licensed bounty hunters. We do illegal jobs on occasions, but we cover them like fuck. The only thing I can think of is someone did some extracurricular activities that fucked us.
I don't know why you would say that, Bishop.
That's definitely a lie. I think Bishop just like reaches down and like picks up your like little like glomp person. How dense are gels?
Fairly dense, I would imagine.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I like easily like pull part of her up to like eye level with me?
I'm picturing you pulling them by their little their little
Yeah, the little
Stretching.
vest.
Yeah.
Just, Ophi, look me in the eyes. What do you see?
The
Your eyes
little, like,
move.
the little things that are not actually eyes that they put in the front of their face to make it look like
They're
they
like
have
little
eyes, because
balls
that's
of
not how
coal.
gels see.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like float around for a second and then center on your face.
What do you see?
I see a very angry person.
No, you don't. You see someone who's not fucking around right now.
Bishop, I really... Anything I may have done, I'm covering my tracks just as well as any other job.
You see, I'm not even mad if you did have some kind of side hustle. Everybody has side hustles. I fucking have side hustles. But if you did do something that was stupid enough to get the most famous bounty hunter in the system tracking us.
Okay, I think this is the first time you've mentioned that it's the most famous bounty hunter in
It
the system.
is. It is.
Then you're fucking stupid.
Wait, who is after us?
It is. Oh crap! What's his name? Let me find it again. It is Morik. Who?
What have I heard about Morik? What do
More
I know
fucking
about him?
Rick. It's more Rick.
Morik. Morik has a weird ass ship and weird ass armor, and basically he's like the character in like an anime or a video game or a TV show or whatever who's like, I've never lost a bounty or I've never failed a job, like that kind of reputation, where it's like he's made such a reputation that like he can say like, oh, it's gonna be 20 cred for this, and it's like, yeah, okay, here's 20 cred because we know there are going to be no problems and it's going to get done, so okay, like here's 20 cred, Mr. Morik.
Okay.
I think Bishop just looks at them and just stares deeply into their membrane. All right. No games. What happened?
I picked up some crystals. Big on.
Please tell me you picked up some quartz or maybe some rubies that were stolen. Please tell me you didn't do what I think you actually did and bought highly, highly illegal contraband and attempted to sell it out of our ship like a fucking college student with a little bit of pot.
I successfully sold it.
Okay, you're paying that money into the ship. Thank you. Sets her down. Sets them down. Goes back. We're going to a place where I can get Flora looked at because she's sick, I think. I'm not sure. But I'm worried about it.
In the room right now, am I?
You're not.
You can be in the room if you want to be. Like,
We've been yelling. Bishop has been yelling very loudly.
Oh, you've been yelling? No, I'm just gonna I'm too busy playing with Zoinks.
okay.
We're having a fucking blast.
Oh, totally.
Zoinks.
Bishop
Zoinks has gotten like bigger in the past like few weeks or whatever. Like, so now
like,
Zoinks.
Figure out something.
Is he like Shetland pony size?
I think he's probably like corgi size now.
Yeah.
Like, cause like before he's like an iguana, but now he's getting pretty big. And he's going to get much bigger. He's going to get like horse-sized.
To be perfectly honest, I have seen iguanas that are larger than corgis.
Oh, really? Huh.
So he's like small Labrador sized.
Yeah. Like the largest iguana you've ever seen / like a Labrador or something like sized. Yeah.
So Bishop is just like Bishop is just like
Floor is all about this.
Yeah.
Bishop's just like the next time you want to do something illegal and stupid, give us some warning.
It was really only one of those things.
You should be like, I would if you would.
Oh.
I tell everyone what I'm doing whenever I do it. I'm like, I'm gonna run in there and blow.
Like, don't do it. It's really stupid, and then you do it anyway.
I'm not saying I'd stop you. I just tell you it's a dumb idea. And Bishop is just like, so we're going what's the name of that planet that I'm going to?
Emirath.
We're going to Emirath. Can you look and see if you can find a job there? Because we need money. Nothing to do with fucking crystals.
Mine. Got it. Well, you know what? It turns out that I know a guy
Hey.
on Emirath. So when we first dock at the port, I can pick one. I can. I get to ask. I get to pick that. I get to ask you about a job and pick that it's not deadly. It pays well enough. It's not a rush job, or it comes from a faction that I trust, or that it targets an enemy that we have. And
Okay.
I can spend 1 cred per additional feature. So, I would like to start off with it pays well enough, because if we've learned anything about Ovi, is that they are one greedy motherfucker.
I like it.
And
Is greedy not a trauma you can take?
No, it's
That feels
not.
like something that should be a thing.
I mean, I guess I could.
I guess that would be
could go
obsessive,
under,
like obsessed with money.
Yeah, obsessive. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they're also paranoid, so if they get another trauma, they will become obsessed with money. They're just like mildly obsessed with money. It's
Right,
not a
yeah, yeah,
problem yet.
Mhm.
They dabble.
They dabble. So and then I'm gonna pay a coin so that it comes from a faction that we trust.
Okay.
And one more so that it's not a rush job, because yeah, let's do that. So it's pays well, it's not a rush job, and it comes from a faction we trust. So yeah, when we get into port, Ofi's gonna make some calls.
Okay. Pays well. Faction trust, not rush job.
Thank you for subscribing, Lego Doom.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much.
Lego Doom. Aww. You're adorable. So yeah, I think Bishop gives Vita. What's her name?
Valik.
Velik gives Velik a call.
Did you not write it down?
No, I did. I just couldn't remember how to pronounce it. Velik sends Velik a call. It's just like,
All right. So I think you loop up the video call thing. Valik answers. They are they have like a maroon skin tone. They have like a pretty short haircut. They're dressed in like I picture the mendicants having like a mix between like, because they're in this, like the Jedi are kind of split into this and like a bunch of different factions. So like their clothes are like a mix between like doctor's lab coats and like Jedi robes. So like they're like very long doctor coats or whatever.
I keep imagining like, this is just because I put E station spins on everything I imagine in fiction. I'm imagining like the long like tea like kimono, like the white like shirts with like real loose sleeves,
Mm-hmm.
And like the like kind of skirt, kind of pants thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about? That like Japanese like swordsmen and doctors would wear.
I think so. Yeah. Kind of very future-y, doctor-y outfits.
Mm-hmm.
With also like a little bit of like a mystical sort of vibe to them, with like long
like a very
flowy things. And,
regalness.
yeah. So yeah, like the video thing comes up. Valik appears on the screen. There's like a weird emotion on their face when they see it's you, like mix of like, oh it's you, and oh it's you, and like
Hey,
like,
Luke.
Greetings, Bishop. How are you?
Truth be told, not great, but
Sorry to hear that.
I'm not why I'm calling.
Oh,
I have a coworker that was hit by a some type of weapon, and I need to figure out what it's doing. Would you be interested in taking a look?
of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, like you get like a little like side ping that's just like where they're at. on Amarath. Sure. How close are you?
We're in orbit now. I'm gonna take a. We got a job we got to take care of, but then we'll be die.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
I'll see you then. And then like, soup, and as it closes,
there's just like this moment where like Bishop was like, "Yeah, I really fucked them over, didn't I?"
Like you did, but you didn't. Like it's weird. Like cause like they're pretty good with the Mendicants now. Cause like it's like
Bishop like blames himself.
Yeah, like
messing them up in the first place.
Yeah, it's like a weird thing where it's like, yes, you like got them, like they can't be like big fancy doctor that they were going to be. Like I'm thinking like they were in like some like a really really nice medical school, and so like they were going to be like set up for life like once they graduated, but then they're out. But now they're with the Mendicants, which are still pretty good. So like it's a weird like
it's like going from Columbia to like Rhodes or whatever in terms of like
like you were gonna they were gonna graduate from like the Harvard or the Johns Hopkins or whatever of this sector, but then they like didn't, so now they're just like
then they
working at like basically working at like a really nice free clinic. kind of deal, but like a really big, really nice, but it's like free clinic kind of thing, but it's still doing a lot of really good work. It's like it's a weird situation that they're in, but they're like, you know, they might be happy. They're probably happy.
I can tell if they're lying.
You haven't asked them if they're happy, so you know that's fine.
we'll do that after I probably die on this mission because Ophi's going to take a terrible job.
I mean, you notice I didn't choose the "it's not deadly."
I'm aware.
So yeah, you are like Ophi. I think you're like at your station and like kind of like tapping and like doing things, and
I don't picture Ophi tapping on keyboards. I picture like Ophi like glurbs their like gel body over keyboards, and then like keys just get pressed.
Yeah, it's like a special gel keyboard. Like you can probably use a regular keyboard if you want to, but like like you have a special gel keyboard that you just kind of like glorp your like part of yourself onto and like soak it into the keys, and you can just like type. You can really type like super fast on it too.
Oh yeah, definitely. For sure. Especially with 3 dots in hack. Yeah.
Oh, totally. Totally.
Well, it's only 2 dots in hack, but still. Then fuck you, it's fine. It's totally fine.
It was so gentle I didn't even notice it, but then when I realized it happened, I was pissed.
You get a message from
this bounty hunter, by the way. Like, that's another thing I want to do.
Okay.
Is that another downtime action?
I mean, I don't have any downtime action, so I'm gonna spend money for it. But
okay.
First, let's find out what this job is.
Sure. So you get a message from what's that one dude's name? Pirate guy from Soul Calibur.
Oh, Cervantes.
Cervantes, yes. You get a message from Cervantes, who is your like a person that you know from the Ghosts.
That makes sense.
I occasionally make good choices.
Well, you got us on the stream, so that's half the battle right there. You make bad choices the rest of the time, and it would work out pretty well.
And for
I'm the one making bad choices.
For recollection's sake, the Ghosts are a faction of like, they were a bunch of scientists that were like, they had like a cool like scientist ship, and they were doing weird experiments, and they got themselves phased out of reality slightly. So now they exist in like a weird half in this plane, half not in this plane state. And they're all in like these weird suits, basically to keep their particles together. And like the hegemon isn't okay with them, but they can't. But it's really hard to find them because their ship is also phased, so they can just make their ship go away. Like, so they're very hard to find. But you guys are cool. But you guys are cool with them. I forget. I think you helped them out with something, or they helped you out with something in the beginning. I think you got a part of your ship from them, or like some upgrades that you like helped them with, and they gave you some stuff for the ship. So you've dealt with them before. You guys are pretty good with each other. You get a message. Yeah. So you get a message from Cervantes, who basically they are asking for there's another ship that they were another ghost named well, I thought of it. I have to go with it because it's the best. Another ghost.
Dosa?
Huh?
Casper?
Yes. Casper.
Perfect.
Casper. It doesn't say it in the book to give them all cool ghost names, but you know, I'm just doing my thing. Another ghost named Casper was off of their ship and helping out like some other another ship that they know and have dealt with before. But that ship, something happened to it in warp, and it's like kind of lost. And
that's no good.
Right. And
actually.
So the problem is this: their ship is called the Skeleton Key, and it's hard for them to use regular warp gates, unsurprisingly, because the hegemon watches over them, and them pulling up to a gate would be pretty bad. And B, they're in a weird phased state, so who knows what the hell had happened to them if they went through a normal gate. They just kind of happened to get around places with their weird phase ship. It's a whole thing.
Sure.
So they need somebody to go into the gate between Iota and Breck and do what you're not supposed to do and break out of warp while going through the gate, and or at least do something to try to find this ship that got lost in between the two, because the hegemon.
I just recently was watching Outlaw Star again. Sorry. Anyway, yes.
They need a ship got lost. Let alone to save the make sure that the crew of the ship is okay. Another ghost was on the ship helping them out with something, and they want to see if they are okay. It's going to pay 12 cred.
That's a lot of money.
It is.
That's a dangerous job, is what I'm hearing.
Well, a ship got lost in warp, so, you know, that's a dangerous thing, potentially. And, yeah, it's like...
You're the best pilot around, Bishop. It's gonna be fine.
That's right, play to his ego. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Best pilot doesn't mean best at dealing with suicidal actions.
Yeah, so it costs 12 cred, or not costs, it'll pay 12 cred. Do this and pay us 12 cred, please. Obviously it's the ghosts. Because they like you, so they're not going to screw you over. They'd like you to get it done when you can, but like it's not like we need it in the next hour kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
Yes. You paid for it. It's not a rush job. So like, if you guys need to do something else, this will still be there. But obviously, like, it's a do this when you can, please, because we're worried about them.
Yeah.
And that also means you guys will have time to adequately prepare. Like,
are there other jobs in the system?
Who needs preparation?
There's other bounties that are like a thing. Like if you guys check the bounty boards for stuff.
Yeah, let's take a break.
Yes, I was about to say we can take a break.
Oh wow, it's break time already. Shit.
It is, yeah. Dom still isn't with us, so
it was mostly an hour of Bishop yelling at Ophi, and by that I mean me yelling at Kelsa.
I mean, how is that different than like every day?
It doesn't usually last for an hour.
Okay, that's pretty
fair. Yeah, so we'll be back in just a few minutes. Enjoy the break. Enjoy the break music, and we'll see you for some more Skill and Villainy. See you in a bit.
See ya.